Yummy, yummy.
I want to take it back. You were
Back
born
in
in
time.
Oh, back in time. Isn't that the start of a Jodeci track?
Yes, no, it's take you back into time. Yes, I love you. Come on, 90s girl.
Darling, I have older brothers
Come
that gave me
on.
the education.
MCA, Uptown, Universal, what? Come on.
God, this was the duo we never knew we
Yes,
needed,
come
right?
on. Andre Harrell was putting it down.
You were born and raised in Northern California and New York. I want to know what life...
I was born in Northern California, not to cut you off, but I was born in Northern California and then moved to New York when I was 2, and then moved to LA. So I was
you kind of
raised,
dotted from west to east, back to west.
Yeah.
I want to know what life is like growing up, because you're one of 6.
Yes.
That's madness.
My parents ain't had a lot of hobbies. Maybe one. Yes, six children in the 90s and 2000s. It was a lot. But my life growing up was so good. It was, we weren't without our trials and tribulations, of course, and the things that we went through, and we didn't have a lot of paper. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, but we had so much. I did not realize until becoming an adult just how broke we really were. How my mother made certain things work is still to this day beyond me. And, she built every single bed that we had, every sofa that we had, every table and chair that we had growing up. And then food. Food was such a huge thing growing up. Because we had to do certain things ourselves. I think that's why now, even with, like my album release or releasing a film or something like that, I'm not afraid to do it stripped down. I'm not afraid to do it alone, while also recognizing that, like, I'm never alone, because I have an incredible team of supporters and just an incredible team of people that know exactly what they're doing. But yeah, like, life was really great. We grew up. I was born in Northern California, and then my father was from New York, my mother from New Orleans. So we moved to New York when I was 2. All of my siblings except myself and my youngest brother, Jockey, were all born in New York. And we were born in California. So New York is home. New York is home. California is home. I have family in the Bay Area. I have family in Los Angeles. All of my main family is still in LA. But yeah, it was a good time growing up. It was crazy. We were like the, I don't know if we were like the Brady Bunch with an edge. I
thought you were going to say that.
We were the Brady Bunch with a little edge, But yeah, we did it, and we were really happy growing up.
Talk to me about the food. I want to know how it played a part, like, in the family life. I want to know, were you all sitting down together at meal times? Who was cooking? What was on the table?
We all, at a point, up until the point where my parents separated and then eventually divorced, but we would eat dinner together every single night. My mother, an amazing cook. My mother from New Orleans, so you already know, like, the food situation is a problem, And then on top of it, she also was and still is a bit of a health nut. So, she would always find different ways to make, like, oh, we're going to make sweet potato pie, but we're going to make it, with no dairy, and it tastes exactly the same. Or we're going to make, gumbo, but, we're not going to use pork sausage because we don't eat pork. So we're going to do this and and we don't eat pork unless we're doing baby-back ribs, and we eat a little bit of pork. You know what I'm saying?
There's always one thing.
There's always one thing
that slips through,
and you always end up being like, "Yeah, I don't eat pork except baby-back ribs, bacon, and It's like, bro, you eat pork. What are you talking about? I haven't eaten pork in a couple years, but yeah, I haven't eaten pork in a couple years. But baby-back ribs are amazing. But I don't eat pork. I don't.
Yeah.
Baby-back ribs and bacon and stuffed pork chops. Whatever. Leave me alone. Shut up. So there's that. Yeah, and then my father, not necessarily the chef of the family. He was a nice man, God rest his soul. But he was the type that he would make spaghetti and he'd take tomato paste because my mother wouldn't allow for us to buy homemade, store bought
Yeah.
tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce. And he'd make the spaghetti sauce and he'd be like, "It's done." I'm like, "No, it's not," because he would just take some tomato paste and put some black pepper in it. You
Okay.
know, very stereotypical about not using seasoning, and I don't believe that stereotype. However, my father did not season properly, and my mama seasoned like a god. Like,
Yeah.
and she
Like
also,
fairy dust
yes, oh
coming
my God, like
out.
fairy dust. And she knew she didn't even necessarily have to use the powdered seasoning. Like she knew she knew the trios, the onions and the garlics and the celeries and the this and the parsley and the da. She just knew how to knows how to put, she don't really cook anymore because she makes us cook. Um, but yeah, she threw it down. That is absolutely where we learned how to cook. Even though my father did know how to make one dish amazing, he made a Cuban dish named pecadillo.
Okay, what's
And
that?
it's like beef, or you can use ground turkey, or you can even use lamb. And it's like capers and green olives, onions, tomatoes, and it's just a really delicious dish over like some white rice.
So
And
is it like a stew?
it's almost like a stew. Yeah, it is almost like a stew, but it's not entirely. But it's called pecadillo, and it's delicious. And he used to throw down on that. But
Okay.
that's because that's a dish that you just olives,
Yeah. It all
capers,
goes in one. Yeah.
tomatoes. Yeah.
Okay.
So he was good. You know what? Let me give my pops more credit. He was good at one pot meals.
Yeah.
He was good at that. My mother was good at any pot meals. So that was that. That's who we learned to cook from.
Something that as I was doing my research on you, you come from a really interesting cultural mix. I know you say sort of your mum was from New Orleans, your dad's from New York, but your mum was African American
Yeah.
and Irish. I'm gonna say that again.
Uh,
African American and Irish on your mum's side.
African American and Irish because we come from the States and
There's a bit of Irish
some
everywhere.
things was
Yeah.
happening. Okay. So we just
And we'll
gonna leave it
leave
as
it
that.
there.
Okay. Because, in the States we might not be able to study our history anymore, but y'all can pick up a book. Y'all know what happened. So yeah, there's some Irish in there because of that. But shout out to Ireland.
But also your dad was Jewish.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my dad's Jewish.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so
That's right. Gefilte fish. What? Get into it. Come on.
God, we were always meant to meet.
Come on.
You just mentioned that on my podcast, and I love
Come
you.
on. Gefilte fish. The matzo ball soup is delicious. I don't know why we grew up thinking that carrot cake was Jewish, but I don't know that carrot cake
Well,
is Jewish.
we'll just claim it. It's fine.
This is like,
But so was he quite religious?
no, actually, I remember being 12 years old and my 13th birthday coming up, and mom was like, "So, bro, what's up? Like, are we gonna do a bar mitzvah?" Because my older brother didn't have one, my older sister didn't have a bat mitzvah, and my dad was like, "Nah." I'm like, "But I hear they get a lot of money. I hear like the homies get a lot of money, so what's good?" But my daddy was Jewish, but he was broke. So
was mine.
it's just like, he's like, there ain't no money to get. There is no money. There's no family to call. So we grew up more culturally, where it wasn't necessarily, we didn't go to temple or anything like that, but we did celebrate Easter and Passover. We did celebrate, Christmas and Hanukkah. So even after they were no longer together, my mother is the one that really made sure, because she was so and is so strong about celebrating all that you are and your culture and everything like that. I grew up as a Black man. I grew up in America, so I absolutely positively grew up as a Black man. I don't know anything other than that. I've never been pulled over by the cops and they say, "You look like your father is Jewish. I'm going to let you go." That's never happened. But it was interesting because we did not grow up calling ourselves biracial, grew up calling ourselves Black, but we did call ourselves multicultural because my father we did study what it was to be Ashkenazi and Jew, but it was not based on the religion, even though we, of course, appreciate and respect all religions. we were not brought up. And then also on top of it, my mother didn't convert.
Yeah.
So I remember us going to a Jewish school and attempting to get into the school and them turning us down because my mother she didn't convert to Judaism, so they didn't consider us Jewish.
I was about to say it has to go through the mother's line.
Exactly. So that's why I was just like, oh, okay, so I am what my mama is, then I'm black. I can get into that school. So,
but I'll take the gefilte fish ball.
I still like the gefilte fish. I'm not mad at the gefilte fish. It's not my people who did it. It's just that damn school. So F that school. But I love a gefilte fish and a nice little horseradish.
Oh, I love a good
horseradish. And I like putting a horseradish in a baked potato.
Oh.
Yeah, stay with me.
Ooh. Hungry for more? Hit subscribe.